Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon, and thank you for joining the Singapore Geospatial Week Plus 2020 series of webinars. We have with us today two speakers with a very interesting topic, Sauna Sisu and smart cities, mapping the way to connected cities in Finland. Very interesting topic indeed. So we leave it to we have with us Teemu Lehtinen, CEO of KIRAHub, and we have with us as well. He'll be joined with Irma Ylikangas, Senior Business Advisor from Helsinki Business Hub. Welcome both of you to the Singapore Geospatial Week Plus series of webinars. Both Irma and Teemu are actually joining us all the way from Finland, from Helsinki, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so without further ado, let me hand over the floor to both Irma and Teemu to talk a little bit more about this very interesting topic. Over to you. Thank you.
So hello, I'm Irma.
And I'm Teemu from KIRAHub.
As you heard, we have today this topic, Sauna Sisu and smart cities. And I will start with the Sisu. So Sisu is something very unique inside the Finnish people. It is like a grit. It is like a willpower which enables you to do things which you don't believe you are able to do it. Here is an example in this photo that there is people who like to go ice swimming in Finland during winter time. So this also needs to have some guts and grit, but also this is very intelligent, this willpower, which enables you to do things, even smarter cities in future. But let's have a little bit look who we are. I'm from Helsinki Business Hub, and we are the international trade and investment promotion agency for Finnish capital region. So if you are looking for company connections, partners, R&D partners in the area of smart cities, or smart built environment, we are happy to get you connected in the ecosystem in Helsinki region.
And I'm from KIRAHub, which is a non-profit association and innovation hub for the built environment sector. So we boost sustainable digitalization of real estate and construction sectors. And we're an ecosystem player, help define, co-create and experiment and scale up digital solutions within the ecosystem and companies.
And here is the map of the world, and we like to describe that Finland is very well in the middle of everything. So we are as far as east and west, and we welcome everybody to join us either in Finland or abroad. Today we would rather see you face to face in Singapore, but unfortunately we have to be in the virtual thing. But it is good that you know that Finland is middle of everything.
A couple of words about the kind of national level initiatives for the digital built environment that's been going on in Finland for the past couple of years. So this is kind of the basis of smart cities, kind of the competence or infrastructure that we're now building to actually allow the development of smart cities in different municipalities in Finland. So we started actually with a KIRADigi experimental program in 2016 that lasted for 3 years. So that was a program with also funding for companies and organizations to start experimenting with new digital opportunities within different processes and services, all the way from land use planning and zoning to the building design, construction, and use and maintenance. We ended up having 139 projects with almost 600 organizations in 3 years. And during that project, we also started a close collaboration with Singapore. We had delegation back and forth from Finland to Singapore and also from Singapore to Finland, focusing in different smart buildings solutions, smart cities solutions, and also specifically BIM-based building control and permitting processes within Singapore and Finnish municipalities. Then the second kind of important thing has been the reform of the Land Use and Building Act that started in 2018 and will be now finished in 2022. So that is basically a new legislation to promote these digitalization efforts and also carbon neutrality and life cycle thinking of the built environment. So one of the kind of bottlenecks has been that, for example, our building permit and control processes within the municipalities haven't been able to support the latest technologies, for example, BIM as a documentation. So that is now changing within the new legislation. Third one, also important, is to provide infrastructure for easier data sharing and data utilization in a unified way. So we've had several initiatives going on there. Also on national level, we have the National Geospatial Platform for Unified Geospatial Data available now in beta service. There you could probably even find all those 2 million zonas where they're actually located in Finland, but there's also the address information and so on. Then we have the National Built Environment Platform now starting to be implemented for unified land use planning, design and building data. As I said, we actually have in Finland, we have 310 different municipalities, and each of them have had kind of their own way of managing this data related to the built environment. And now these platforms and these initiatives are unifying those processes. And then we also have a platform of trust, which is more for the private sector companies to provide a secure data linking platform between different stakeholders, so that, for example, me as a building owner could share information and data about my buildings and their usage and their kind of indoor environment to the other ecosystem players, so that they could start building new services based on that. So platform trust allows that to happen easily and securely.
Okay, we would like to walk through some areas, some new development areas in the Helsinki region. I know Singapore also have several areas where is development happening, like Bunga, especially with the digitalization and so on. So there will be 5 examples. As you see here, we go through each of them.
Yes, so first Basila area, which is actually, they call it a new heart of Helsinki, a new commercial center with one of the biggest shopping centers now in Helsinki area, and also a transportation hub with excellent connections. So in the future, there will be 50,000 jobs and 30,000 apartments and residents. And now the new mall is ready, and now they're also starting the project of building new high-rise buildings next to the mall. What they've actually done as kind of smart city approach in there has been they've set up a 5G experimental network there, where they actually use also different IoT sensors in the area to get data from traffic, people's movement inside and outside of the mall and the area, and also the environment outside and inside. And then they actually share all this data to different stakeholders so they can utilize that when providing their own services. And this is kind of the visualization of the future area when the high-rise buildings are are built.
Then another area called Kalasatama. It is one of the smart districts in Helsinki. It has also got a lot of international attention everywhere in the world. And there, especially Kalasatama Digital Twin has won international awards. One which is very typical for Kalasatama is that there is a very strong public-private people partnership. So the citizens who now are living there, there's currently about 5,000 people there. There will be 25,000 when the area is finished. There's so-called Innovators Club in Kalasatama, which connects citizens who are living there, some companies, R&D centers, and facilitator who wants to bring up all the needs of the current people and also the coming companies in the area. Kalasatama has also smart power grid. It has also done a lot of piloting, allowed agile piloting, which actually founded a book called Cookbook of Kalasatama. This cookbook explains the method, how to do these agile pilots, which take about 6 months' time, where you either succeed or fail fast, but you do that in real smart city environment. This is open for startups with special titles in each trial. And then city gives a little bit money to be able to do that. But this method has been so successful in Kalasatama that very many cities in Finland has been starting using it, and it has also raised a lot of international attention, and already some other countries have started to use it. So if you are interested about the Kalasatama cookbook, you just Google Kalasatama cookbook and it will be available for your trials in Singapore too. And here is actually a picture of the current Kalasatama. The first high-rise on the right-hand side of the picture already has some citizens, and the second one is just to be ready by the end of this year. I have to say that this makes probably a smile on your face, but these are the first high-rises in Finland. The first has 35 floors. So as you see, the rest of the area in Kalasatama probably has some 7, 8, 10 floors, but these are the first high-rises, what we are really proud of it.
Yeah, they're now building more in different areas.
Sure, yeah, there will be these areas, what actually the Basila, what Teemu was just mentioning, you saw the pictures, but this is the current status, and people love living in Kalasatama, what I can say, because I live there also.
Of course. Then next, there's actually the Maria 01 campus in downtown Helsinki. This is actually an old hospital campus. Actually, one of the oldest hospitals in Finland was built around 1908, and it actually used to serve as a hospital until 2014. But after that, City of Helsinki actually decided that it's not really a good facility for a hospital anymore, and it should be used for something else. And they decided to give it for startups to kind of take over. And now it's becoming a leading startup campus in the Nordics and aiming to be the biggest startup and growth company innovation hub in the whole Europe. So they actually start a new extension project this year with the largest construction company, YIT. Their plan is to build 50,000 square meters of new space in the area in coming years. This is really kind of a close place to me as well, because this is also home for our KIRAHub, our innovation hub. So we will kind of bring the built environment sector as part of the ecosystem here, and also collaborate a lot with different startups from different sectors in our activities.
And also, I mean, home of KIRAHub, Maria 01, but Helsinki Business Hub is on almost the next building outside of Maria, so almost like touching distance from there.
Yes, and here's actually a visualization of the extension project that will be built in coming years in the area. For those who actually are looking at the left side, there's also sauna there, as it's one of our topics today. So there will be one of the old wooden buildings in the area will be turned into a public sauna for Maria residents.
And then we look a little bit on the west side of Helsinki and neighbor city Espoo. And there is so-called smart Otaniemi area. Otaniemi is actually a really R&D centered place. There is Aalto University, and there's also the largest R&D technical center called VTT on the whole Nordics. And it is also a home for the smart energy piloting opportunities. They actually want to have, they have projects which improve operational reliability of the energy networks. One project they're going on. There's also projects for future energy systems using renewables, and then also smart grid projects in there. So if you have interest of participating in energy sector trials and piloting in Helsinki region, Otaniemi would be your place, and we would be happy to connect you with the areas. There is, in this picture on the left-hand side, you can see the Aalto campus area, that's the main building of the Aalto University. And then on the right-hand side, you can see one of the new metro stations in Helsinki region, which is also in Otaniemi. So Otaniemi also serves some mobility trials like autonomous vehicles in addition for these energy networks.
And the final district that we have is Ytkazari, which is actually one of the newest residential districts in Helsinki. And this is actually all about smart mobility solutions. So Ytkazari has become a test bed for smart mobility solutions. They are testing autonomous robot buses there. They're testing actually autonomous boats as well. So as you can see from the map, we have a lot of water in Helsinki, and that makes it sometimes difficult for transportation. So now we are testing autonomous boats for short distances to get people easier from an area to area. Then there's a lot of testings for smart pedestrian crossings, different kind of last mile mobility solutions that can be then integrated to other transportation methods in the city. So that's kind of the newest place, which is also very close to our Maria 01 campus. And here's the picture about that area. They're also actually reclaiming a lot of new land from the sea and making that area bigger in that way. And that's what I guess is done also in Singapore.
And we started this story about the Sisu. So Sisu is the grit, it's the guts to do things which is impossible. So you start your morning with the Sisu, you wake up, you feel you are strong, and in the end of the day, you end up to the sauna, not necessarily every day, but very often. So sauna is also very good part of the Finnish culture. And as Teemu already gave a hint, we, as a 5.5 million population in Finland, we have 2 million saunas in Finland. This is official number, 2.2 million actually. But if we look about unofficial saunas, there are about 3 million, and unofficial means that they are not, the unofficial number includes also the saunas which are mobile. So you can pull your sauna after your car or motorcycle, or even have a tent sauna where you can go. Especially students like the tent saunas when they go to their delegation trips. But sauna is really the heart of Finnish culture. In old days, it was also the place where babies were born, because that was the warm place, and you could also get warm water when there was no water pipelines existing in the countryside. But nowadays, it's also part of still part of business culture. It used to be stronger role in there. So every time you signed a contract, after that you went to sauna with your partners, which might need some sisu for our international contract partners to go to the sauna. But anyway, of course, sauna is more common globally than it was in the old days. But if you remember sisu and sauna as a Finnish culture, that these are pretty strong things. But saunas, you can also find some digital things. Teemu, would you like to tell a little bit about that?
Even though sauna is really traditional thing in the Finnish culture, lately and recent years there's been a lot of kind of development for smart saunas as well. So people have started to implement this kind of remote control of the stoves in sauna, so they can heat it up remotely, and then when you come home it's ready for you to take a bath. And then also there's a lot of smart solutions for providing extra layer of experience in the saunas through lighting, through audio and sound, and so on. So there's a lot of interesting developments going on.
And we also want to remind you just some upcoming events, what we are linked with the Singapore and the global environment in the digitalization and all other ecosystem. Actually, if you are not booked tomorrow morning, actually tomorrow afternoon in Singapore, it's morning time in Finland that time, there will be a Finnish built environment and indoor air quality solutions short 1 hour seminar. So feel free to join in for that tomorrow.
Yes, and in the end of September, we are having the 3rd time World Summit on Digital Built Environment, which is a huge international event bringing together professionals from all over the world. And this year we're doing it totally virtually. We're utilizing the latest technologies from Epic Games, Unreal Engine, and pixel streaming. We have actually made a virtual future city which has parts of Helsinki and parts of Tallinn, and then also the future undersea tunnel between the cities where everything happens. So we have 8 amazing keynotes from different parts of the world talking within that environment, and then all the participants will have access to matchmaking, different sessions. We have two workshops from Epic Games on utilizing Unreal Engine and Twinmotion and so on. So if you're interested in that, please go check more details at wdbe.org.
And then last but not least, as a part of this series of the indoor air quality solutions and built environment solutions, in 8th of 9th of October, there will be a matchmaking event between Singaporean and Finnish companies in the area of built environment. So if you are interested, you can register for the event, and we will look for your local partners from Finland, or if you're looking for some technologies, we would help you to find out. But please sign for the matchmaking event if you wish to get some connections from Finland. So I think it's time to thank you for staying with us, and let's stay in touch. Hopefully we can meet face to face.
Thank you, and let's see if there's.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Teemu, and thank you, Irma. I think we have. Let's see whether we have any questions from the audience. Okay, so we have one question. What was the level of public investment in the DG experimental program?
Yes, so in the whole project, there was 8 million euros of the governmental financing for the project and the experiments. And then through the own funding part, about the same 8 million euros came from the private sector as the project money. So in one individual project, 40% of the project budget was covered by the government, and 60% was covered by the companies.
Okay, one more question. I just came in. What kind of energy is being used for the 2.2 million saunas? and how sustainable are they?
Okay, that is a hard question. I mean, cities, of course, they are electrically heated saunas, but of course,
But there you can use solar power.
yeah, you can use solar power to generate the electricity, definitely, and or water power, or I mean hydropower. And then, of course, if you go countryside, they are wooden heated saunas mainly. And then we also have the smoke sauna, which is also wooden heated. But yeah, we wish the future users of saunas, or at least the removable saunas, they would be using maybe solar power. But unfortunately, we are not so lucky with the solar power that what you are in Singapore, because we have the dark winters here. So we still have to rely on hydropowers and also nuclear power. But definitely, we want to keep our future sustainable in Finland and looking for the carbon-free environment. Yep.
Yeah, but I can say that I have actually purchased fully solar powered electricity from my electrical company with this virtual battery thing. So I can say that my sauna uses solar power.
Good, Teemu. You are a good example.
So each one of you have your own sauna at home, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, traditionally saunas were built actually to every apartment in Finland. But now for the past few years, there's been kind of evolution that maybe not every single apartment actually requires a sauna. So it's changing a bit.
Yeah, and in old days, during when I was studying in the university, the dormitories where we were living, I mean, could be like a family apartments or single person apartments. Every what is this stair? They were like 10 flats. So each place they had a common sauna where you could book 1 hour for yourself weekly that you could go. And then there were these jogging saunas for females and jogging saunas for males. So you could go there for 1 hour for yourself. But very typically, single persons or families booked 1 hour sauna time, even they didn't have their own sauna. So it was a common sauna where you could have a scheduled appointment, to say it very officially.
So it's kind of
yeah.
Sorry. So it's kind of like Airbnb for saunas.
Yeah, there are some kind of Airbnb saunas also in Finland in that what you can rent and so on. But this was already kind of in the flat area where you could just book your thing, and you paid very small amount of money of that. But as well as the Sisu and sauna, both of them are very deep in Finnish culture. So
we do impossible things with Sisu, and then we go relax to sauna.
Yes. so this is good way, and we are happy to show you how to do it when you come to Finland.
Wonderful. So with that, I think I just have one more question. So I think among the audience tuning in, some of them are startups from Singapore, some of them are from the region. So if they are interested in, say, expanding or looking at opportunities over in Finland, so I believe either getting in touch with Irma or Teemu, would that be the right channel for them to begin with?
Yes,
definitely.
Okay. Either or. I mean, both. For example, I'm currently working with some companies who want to locate in Helsinki, so I'm helping them to find office space or either go to this like Maria 01, this startup hub, or if they want to go to the office building. So we even help them give addresses, give prices, what are the price level. We also supply this, I think it's about 40 pages, which tells about the basics, how to set up a company in Finland and so on. And we are happy to share that anybody wishing to come over in Finland. So please contact us, and hope we can see face to face someday in Singapore.
Yes.
Fantastic. I would like to thank Irma once again, and Teemu for joining us all the way from Finland in our series of webinars. With that, I would like to thank the audience for tuning in, and For those of you who wish to get in touch with Irma or Teemu regarding setting up or business opportunities over in Finland, do drop them an email. So with that, I'd like to thank again our speakers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you, Irma. Thank you, Teemu.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.